Hello, and welcome to our first installment of Random Tuesdays. It's where I tell you a random story from my past on a Tuesday because it is the most random day. Is it the sequel to Monday? Monday Returns? Or is it the prequel to Hump Day? It's so random. But here's the story. It's about the time I got Chinese food. Okay. So my girlfriend Jen really likes Chinese food. I'm not a big fan, but eventually I cave and I'm calling the Chinese food restaurant. Now, the woman that answered the phone had to be about 170 years old and learned English yesterday. So ordering the meals was like defusing a bomb, but we got through it as a team. She told me, like every person's always heard, whenever they've ever ordered Chinese food, it's going to be about 15 minutes. Okay, no problem. So in 10 minutes, I leave the house and I'm going to the Chinese restaurant. I open the door and there's some young 19-year-old young lady on her cell phone. And I was like, wow, she looks like she's really good at English. Maybe the lady that I was talking to is in the back somewhere. I go up to the register and she gives me one of these. And so to say, one moment, my phone call's more important than your presence. And I obliged, because, we're getting to Chinese food. She finally pulls the phone away from her ear and gives me one of these. She's like, did you have the sesame chicken, pork fried rice? And I was like, whoa, hold on. Maybe. I wasn't sure. So I did have sesame chicken, but she did say a lot of stuff really fast. I was like, what was that again? And then she put the phone all the way down and said, the sesame chicken, the pork fried. Before she said rice, I was like, yeah. Inside, I was like, no, the fork, she just didn't. But outside, I'm like, yeah, that's me. I swiped my card, grabbed the bag, and I'm on my way home. So the phone rings, and I don't know if everybody's got Bluetooth in their car, this new fancy thing they're calling Bluetooth, but all of a sudden I can hear the phone call in my car. And it was a lady that was about 170 with very broken English, asking where I was. Now, this was confusing because I had just left the Chinese restaurant. And I was like, I'm on my way home. And she's like, but you ordered food. And I was like, ooh, I did, and I bought it, and we're good, so I don't know why we're talking. No, you didn't. You haven't been here. And it has been longer than 15 minutes. And I was like, okay, yes, I did. I have it in the car. And she's like, you went to the wrong place. I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'll be right there. When I hung up the phone, I pulled over because I just wanted to get off the phone. At that point, I had to figure out what was going on. I was doing the math. I felt like that moment in Clue when Tim Curry's trying to remember how many bullets are in the revolver. It was like 1 + 2 + 2. I went to the wrong place. Dealt with a little sassy pants, bought someone else's food, and then tried to go home. Now, I could have just gone home, but that's really a win-loss-loss. I get what I want. I know these people got sesame chicken, but whatever the weird thing Jen ordered, I guarantee is not in that bag. And this Chinese restaurant, they've done nothing but answer the phone and take our order and work through that very painful English-to-English translation. So they'd be a victim in all this as well. So I drove over to that restaurant and I bought our original food and we ate like kings. Now that's where it should end, but my imagination can't help to think that the gentleman that came in to buy his family of four's food, it turned out, and it wasn't there. And little Miss Sassy Pants had to explain to him that she sold it to somebody else. So that's immediate karma. So there's 2 lessons to be learned here. Number 1, if you don't like your job and it involves talking to people, check that shiz at the door and be nice. Otherwise, you might sell the wrong Chinese food to the wrong guy who's laughing about it now. And 2, if you are going to continue to order Chinese food after this public service announcement, order that shiz delivery. It'll show up in about 15 minutes. This has been Jeff Whiting. Thanks for stopping by.